the ballot, that everybody needs to show up and vote. This is a close race, and to get the 50+1, that is dependent on how voters turn out.
It is. It's such a huge call, and it's a big ask. You know, the numbers 51.6 for Raila Odinga, 36.6 for Uhuru Kenyatta, and 2.7 from Musalia Mudavadi means, well, it could go either way. And that's where, on the summit, I'd just like to bring this conversation to a close. And I have party strategists here. Yeah, we've seen the numbers. Let me start with you, Alo. That should make you happy. At least your candidate gets 50+1 in Nairobi.
Well, it has never been mind-boggling to us. We have always known that we are going to get more than 50% to win these elections in the first round. Now, we need to appreciate the fact that what takes place in Nairobi, as far as numbers is concerned, will be a reflection of what is likely to happen nationwide, because Nairobi is a cosmopolitan constituency. So it's just a cosmopolitan county. So it just goes to confirm what I had said earlier on, that we are going to win this election in the first round. And in my estimation, we will win by a margin of 60% of the total presidential votes cast. 60%.
I don't know how you're taking that. Your candidate is 2.7% by that projections in Nairobi. Not very good numbers. You believe in opinion polls, you told me earlier on.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it is not going to be won at opinion polls. It's going to be won at the ballot box. It's a science, yes, but that's why we have to do our groundwork.
So what's the number that you tell me then that you say from your party strategist and from in-house you think Musalia Mudavadi stands?
Give Here in Nairobi, we're going to get 25%.
25%?
Yeah, that's our projections, and I think it could change and go upwards.
Nationally?
Nationally, we are doing very well, and like I told you, we will be vindicated come 4th March.
Okay, let's wrap this up, gentlemen. The opinion pollsters have told us what they need to tell us. From your end, the last few weeks, you've seen your candidates and your everyone inside the Code Coalition saying, listen, come out in large numbers and vote. Why is that important for you?
It is important that Kenyans come out and vote because this is a decisive moment in the history of this country. Most of the problems that we have faced as a country have been as a result of a bad constitution in place. We have had a situation where the legislature and the judiciary have become mere appendages of the executive arm of government. We need a new constitution fully implemented so that we have got checks and balances through separation of the operations of the three arms of government, so that they work independently of each other, while at the same time also complementing the efforts of each other. This is the time when Kenyans need to vote in a team that would ensure successful implementation of the new constitutional dispensation if we are to get fundamental reforms and real change in this country. And if this is to happen, to me, the greatest question of the day is trust. We need to vote in a team of leaders whom we can trust with successful implementation of the new constitutional dispensation. That is the only way that Kenyans will get affordable food, adequate security and infrastructure, jobs for our youth, and of course unity of all Kenyans. So my humble submission to Kenyans is to get out in large numbers on Monday and vote in a team that would facilitate real change in this country through successful implementation of the new constitution. And that team is led by Raila Odinga and his running mate, Kalonzo Musyoka.
What's important for you, Asai?
Yeah, it's important. Perhaps I'll just joke Kenyans' memories that from a historical perspective, Kenya was started as a company. It was called the Imperial British East Africa Company. And voters are shareholders. For a long time, they've been made to look like minority shareholders, but they are not. So voting on Monday is very important because then they will be reclaiming their rightful share in this company called Kenya. And what a better person to put in the steering wheel than Musalia Mudavadi, who has proved and pulled Kenya out of the brink. In the 90s, when he was made finance minister, Kenya had an inflation rate of 50%. He put it down to single digits. So this is someone who, if you are hiring a CEO of a company like Kenya and you really want your shares to go up, look no further. Get tested hands. Someone who has proved once and he can prove again that he can pull Kenya from the brink of collapse. He is a safe pair of hands, and he sees Kenyans as people who want to develop, not as tribes, but as people who need each other, who can build each other's livelihoods. Vote for no other than Musalia Mudavadi and his running mate, Kioni.
Gentlemen, you've done well. Thank you very much. And now it's in the hands of Kenyans.
Thank you very much. I hope we'll talk when we are in government on Tuesday.
Great.
Thanks.
Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank
You've
you.
done well.
Okay.
Stay with me for a second. All right, that's how the conversation goes. It's now up to the Kenyan people. We can't put it any better, Linda, that now they've said everything possibly they could ever say.